Good morning, trade pros. Welcome to morning market update for this beautiful April the 6th. This is George Papsov, Trade Pro Academy, and I really hope you guys had a great weekend. So there's quite a bit to talk about, but again, at the same time, not that much. Um, how about that? That's cryptic. Let's start out by looking at coronavirus. We haven't talked about it for a few days since the market hasn't been open, hasn't been in trading. So this coronavirus situation is very interesting. The numbers are in as of Sunday, and worldwide there are more than 1.28 million confirmed cases. All right, and 69,000, just under 70,000 deaths in total. And in the U.S., more than 337,000 confirmed cases, and 9,648 deaths in the United States alone. All right, but the good news this morning is that over the weekend, the cases have shown a tendency to have peaked. All right, in Italy, we had the lowest daily coronavirus death toll in 2.5 weeks. Spain's numbers fell for a third straight day. That's pretty impressive. And fatalities dropped in the UK and France as well. All right. New York saw its first decline in daily deaths as well, ever since the whole thing started. But Governor Andrew Cuomo said that it's too early to tell if it's a plateau or just a blip. And looking at the curve of what happened in Wuhan, where it broke out of, there was a peaking of sorts. And then, we can't ever really trust 100% any numbers that come out of China. And so we are seeing that we're entering that cycle, though, of peaking and then hopefully on the decline. Doesn't mean there's going to be any new cases, but there will be less and less. And, that brings in optimism with it as well. This week is an optimistic week to begin with in the market. All right. It's a holiday week. Passover begins April 8th. Good Friday is this Friday. All right. It's pretty common sense that Good Friday is on a Friday, but it's this Friday. The stock market's closed this Friday. Futures as well, which is new. Typically, they close at 1 p.m. Eastern, but all Friday is off the table. All right, so it's closed. Markets in US, UK, and Europe are going to be closed this Friday, and they close Thursday at the end of the session. That's it. So be careful. You got a 3-day weekend, which is, this week tends to be, it has a seasonal effect to be more bullish. It's got a bullish skew to it the 3 days leading up to Good Friday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we could see a rebound. It's already started here, early Globex. It's a holiday shortened week, and I think we finished this week on a bullish note. All right, I think we could see a significant upside leading into Easter. And then what happens after that is a whole different ballgame, because next week we get earnings kicking off with in the stock market, with the banks going first Wednesday and Thursday. And then the next 3 or 4 weeks after that, we have about 200 plus earnings a day. So S&P 500 is about to show us a hand of cards everyone's been waiting for. No one has any idea how it's going to go. The earnings season is going to be super important of the first quarter. That kicks off next week in the middle of the week. Until then, though, I think we get a nice rally on low volume. We continue the upside. All right, that's sort of what I'm seeing in the markets. Overall, strong gains overnight. Japan's up 4.2%. Hong Kong's up 2.2%. China's closed. India's closed as well. In Europe at midday, London's up 2%. Paris is up 3.6%. Frankfurt's up 4.3%. And in the U.S., S&P and the Dow up 3.7%. NASDAQ up 4%. S&P almost hit the limit up overnight. So it's very bullish open to the week, as we had anticipated and expected. We talked about this in our weekly webinar last night with our members. All right, crude oil this morning is down 4%. About 27.21. Now we opened at these low 27s. The news was on Sunday. Sunday we opened down 9.2% to 25.72 a barrel, and we recouped some of those losses early on. There was news that there was going to be an OPEC meeting this morning or today, and that's delayed or rescheduled to Thursday on news that Saudi Arabia and Russia are having a little bit of disagreement. The deal is still expected to be done, though. It'll be a call on Thursday. They're not going to meet in person. And the question's going to be, will it be an OPEC, Russia, Canada, U.S., and Mexico global coordinated supply cut? If that happens, oil's got the ability to jump another 9-10%, probably mid-30s. If that doesn't happen, though, if it's all just rumor and nothing comes through, we're going to probably retest back down to low 20s and maybe even the high teens. So be careful. I got a little bit of a long position on a swing basis, and I'm probably going to get rid of it going into the 3-day weekend. I don't want to sit through 3 days of inability to adjust my orders, all right, and my risk, more importantly. So that's what we got coming up. Crude oil is going to be volatile today and until Thursday. Keep that in mind. Gold is up 1.1% to 1664. Bitcoin's up 5% to the low 7,000s. Pretty strong recovery in Bitcoin there. And back to the crude market for a second. You have to know that crude oil at the moment is influencing the stock market. If it's news to you that oil is pulling up the S&P, then let it be news to you today. But that is the driver behind the S&P's upside, part of the driver. And now with the coronavirus situation getting a little bit better, that's adding fuel to the rocket ship. And we could have some upside. I mean, in today's market, I'd be very careful shorting it. There is no economic calendar this morning. Nothing on the docket. It's a pretty slow economic calendar this whole week. We see some inflation data later on. And, thanks, AJSA, Angry Rant. Thank you for not angry ranting and sending us positivity and love, joy, and happiness. So that's what we see here for the week, for the day. Upside, I think we do get an early morning pullback. Where we are at the moment, we're sitting near overnight highs. Quite a significant rally in the markets. And so I think we get a little bit of a pullback, but I'm going to be looking for dips to get long into for this morning and likely for the rest of the week, given that there's some opportunity for day traders. All right, we love you guys. That's it. Nice and brief today. There isn't really much. There is another thing. Boris Johnson has had the coronavirus. You guys know that. He's the Prime Minister of the UK. And he's actually been hospitalized over the weekend. His situation is getting worse. It was announced that he was hospitalized for further testing, but he's already tested positive. And there's a lot of rumors and news circulating that he's had 10 days consecutively of fever, which is really, really not good. I'm not going to call it bad, but it's not good. And the rumor is that he was on oxygen at home and things progressed and got worse to the point that he needs a respirator. So let's send him love, joy, and happiness. He's really championed the UK Brexit situation, and just for no other reason, the stability of the markets, if that's how you want to play it. But for me, from my heart, his family, I want him to be safe. I love to see people recover through all this. And, all you guys as well. I know some of you are impacted. So we're getting through this difficult time. I'm still working from home. My wife's purse is still in the back. This is kind of her office, her nook and cranny. And I want to get back. I want to resume normal. I don't want to see the market go down anymore. I hope the low is in. And, I'm praying and sending love, joy, and happiness for all you guys. All right. Love you all. Be good. Have a great rest of your day. And take care. I think we have a nice upside week, but careful. Don't get complacent, because next week when earnings come out, this picture could shift dramatically. So enjoy the week. Keep it easy. Keep it light. The real market test is next week with earnings season kicking off. Love you all. Have a great rest of your day. Ciao. You guys are most welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys.